Die Hard. We are here every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. to find out all the things that are going on, good, bad, and otherwise, with the world of Project Die Hard. Uh, this is going to be an interesting conversation tonight. There's some updates to happen, and if you've never tuned in before, this is going to be, I think, one that you're going to want to catch the I guess slightly different flavor, not a different flavor, but I mean, me personally, I'm feeling a little different coming into this one than I have in some previous ones, because usually I'm a little more upbeat, but there's been a big conversation taking place today that it's actually weighing on me a bit, which is fine, and it's supposed to. And I hope that does transition out to others to think about this a little bit more and why Project Die Hard is here and why we need to make a difference. So listen up. First things first, though, we always do our updates first off with our president and founder, Brian Gibson. He is the man behind it all. I know he's shaking his head at me right now. I'm sorry. Can't help myself. I'm going to bring Brian in to, because he doesn't sing his own praises. He does more than anybody has any idea about. And we really appreciate the role that he takes on here. And if it wasn't for what his story's been, we wouldn't be sitting here right now sharing all the latest and greatest. So, Brian, come on in, and I'm going to pass the baton your way. How you doing tonight?
Oh, could be a lot better. But we're still in the fight.
100%.
Okay. Thank you, everybody that's helping this mission. To my team, thank you for everything you guys do. But yeah, I'm going to give this update, and then everybody who follows us and who sees us on the replay, if you're not sharing this one, shame on you. So let's hit this button, this button, this button, this button. All right. Bringing hope to the nation's heroes by the power of the Holy Ghost, saving veterans' lives with facilities and outreach programs. We are a faith-based, scripture-led veteran nonprofit founded in 2018 on Romans 15:13. Bringing hopes to heroes, saving veterans' lives with complete financial transparency. There's the email, folks. You want our records, email our accountant. Pray, share, volunteer, patron. No leader has or will ever receive a salary within this organization. The more people that like, follow, share, and subscribe, the faster this mission's going to grow. Why do we do it? We don't have all the answers, but we do know that our facilities will save veterans' lives because each we build is God's blessing. They will provide veterans with a place to fellowship and support one another. With a cup of coffee, a walk in nature, or a place just to sit and talk amongst family. Yes, we are a family. Veterans are a family. With skill training, counseling, therapies, transitional housing. They are just bigger than our community outreach programs. They will operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because they must. We're going to be rehashing this, but while we're going through this thing, I want you to think about this, and I want your interactions. What would you say at 0 dark 30 when a veteran calls you? Come on, don't freeze up on me yet. I'm trying here, folks. All right, bad news first, because that's how I like to receive it. Hope Stock 2025 is officially canceled. We have speakers, bands, classes for veterans, food, all that. Our last one was in 2022. 6 veterans came to the kingdom and 2 veteran marriages were saved. We don't have the volunteers. We do not have the patrons. Yes, I founded Project Die Hard. I lead it. I have to make the hard calls. Every time I turn away a veteran, it breaks my heart. Every time I have to cancel an event because I can't afford it, it breaks my heart. Like our fellowship breakfast, held on the first Wednesday of the month. This is our outreach program. Veterans receive fellowship support and a free meal. Our year-to-date attendance, 63. Year-to-date cost, $644.78. Year-to-date donations, $188. April 2025, 32 attendees. But the big blessing of this for that time was 8 first-time veterans. 8 brand new veterans came and fellowshipped. When I had the meeting Thursday and we were talking about this, where do I get my joy? When I see my brothers and sisters fellowshipping, cracking it up, supporting one another, all that. So, you want to tell me how to do things? Cool. Operation Wisdom, May 31st, Paducah, Kentucky. Yes, this is what my marketing came up with, but look, I will listen, but you have to make this trip. You have to show me and my team that you have a heart and that you care. Only the best will do for the heroes we serve, my brothers and sisters. You support our community support program members because they're helping. So why don't you help them if you're not going to help us? You want to see where your donation goes? Yep. Come on. Forward operating base rush. We're going to combine 2 things. We're going to have an open house from 0900 to 1700. From 13 to 15, we're going to be live streamed on a telethon that is covering North America. Look, God gave the land, gave me the plan. Now we need you. Step up. You want to know how we keep going? Okay. our faith and the blessings of God. My faith keeps me going. Volunteers are the muscle of this mission. They do amazing things. Their voice, their writing ability, I don't browbeat anybody to do anything. I ask you, do your best with what you take on. Patrons, the blood of the mission. They give the resources so we can do events, so we can support our volunteers who help us save veterans' lives. Our Fill the Can Challenge is coming up real quick. Memorial Day through Independence Day. This is our eighth one. This is our annual fundraiser. In order to win that trophy, you got to enter. That's all I'm going to say. And that is the update. I'm sorry if I'm rude tonight, folks. I really am.
Well, there's some pieces in there that I'm sad we're not having Hope Stock, but you got to be frugal and wise with what financial pieces are there. And if it doesn't make sense to be pulling this off right now, then it doesn't make sense.
Oh, we're already planning for 2026.
Yeah. So we need people to come on board and help with this. It's a great, I mean, you saw the notes on there of what happened in 2022. It is so worthwhile to have this happening. We need the help. We need the funding. We need all the pieces to come together so we can make this happen and make a difference on that day. That's a day, but it made a lasting impact on the people last time. Let's pull together and make this happen next year, because this year is just it's not in the cards, and that's fine. There's a reason. Unfortunate.
I weighed heavily on that.
Yeah.
I was trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. But can't do it. Not with, Operation Spotlight coming up. That was our Hope Stock is our celebration. That's our celebration. Our outreach programs bring hope to veterans. So that's where I gotta send it. It's not about us. It's about the veterans. About my brothers and sisters. Speaking of that, Chaplain Dave made it this week, I understand.
He is here. We're so happy to have him in the house. So come on in and join us on the screen. How you doing tonight, Chaplain Dave?
I'm glad to be here. Also a little disturbed as to some of the circumstances, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. We'll discuss the rest of that later.
We're going to discuss the rest of that right now. When I asked earlier in that presentation, what will you say to that veteran at dark 30 hours when they call? Because let me tell you about mine. If I'm awake this phone is answered. Whether it's I don't care why, it gets answered. 3:30 this morning, it shows up wireless caller. No ID on it, no nothing, right? Just wireless caller. I answer, Project Die Hard, how can I help you? I'm a veteran. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And then a very loud gunshot. My team has asked me many a time to forward that number to them. I will not. That's the first one that has happened to me. I didn't even get a name. I couldn't even talk. I knew it was bound to happen. But yeah, folks, game on. Game on. I turn it back over to you two.
So Brian and I talk on Mondays in late morning just to get things all in place for what we're doing here during this. And that's where he told me about this. And it's like my head's still spinning on that. It's like, put yourself in that position that you get a phone call and that's the experience. What are you going to do? What nobody wants to be on either side of that call, right? Nobody wants to be in that position. Project Die Hard is here to do what we can to help. Obviously that, I don't know. It's that this one I'm struggling with, that I understand why we're here, but that's the kind of thing that's an example that goes right in front of you. Like, oh, wow, that happened. That happened.
Yeah, that unfortunately that's
Yeah.
And that's one of that's just one. Folks, this is a ongoing problem. That's the phone call Brian got this morning. A week and a half ago, a co-worker of mine had the same phone call from one of their troops. I spoke with this individual, and they're dealing with now having to deal with their troops and the family members of their soldier. Their soldier was found by his younger sister. That's two in a matter of 2.5 weeks, folks.
That we know
of. Right. Yes, that we know of. That's
I'm going to interject something here. Like, it's okay to ask, are you going to hurt yourself? Don't be afraid to ask that question.
It's okay not to be okay. It's absolutely okay not to be okay.
Brothers, sisters, if you're not asking for help, we can't help you. This phone call, Sue even was trying to wrap around why. What did I tell you? Don't worry about why. This veteran had their mind made up. I don't know why it had to be my phone. I don't think it was directed at me because it's a diehard number. But they wanted to tell somebody. That tells me somebody before them, where they tried to reach out, didn't help them. Didn't understand. Didn't take the time and the energy.
And I think that's what bothers me the most, is the fact that if somebody is willing to ask for help, why aren't they getting it? Why? I can't even put it into words. That's what we're here for, folks. That's why we do what we do.
We don't just check a box. We don't. When we help a veteran, it goes from engagement, research. If we personally can't do it, we reach out to our resource partners. I cannot stress this enough. Teamwork makes the dream work. No one organization can do it all. I will help you. But the rules are the rules.
Yeah. If Project Die Hard cannot facilitate you, we will reach out to our partners. We will reach out to any resource that we have to get you connected in some shape or form to get you the help you need. That is why we do what we do. None of us are in this for ourselves. I could care less about getting any fame, glory. It's not about me. It never's been about me. It's never been about Brian. It's never been about Sue. It's about serving our veterans. It's about serving those who have served us. I don't care if my name never shows up anywhere on Project Die Hard. It's not about me. It's about helping those who have served us. And I guess that's what's so frustrating about me, about this. It's bothering me so much that this is still happening.
I'm going to throw out the question here. What are the statistics these days? Brian, I know you've got better numbers than...
As of Wednesday, we're down to 45 a day this week.
So you got the call on...
Last night, Sunday night, or Monday morning at 03:30.
So that's where, for as much as this one is hitting home here in this room, there's 45 on average here, 45 a day, that this is what's happening. That's not okay.
No,
oh my gosh.
Not even close to okay.
Look, I got it. It's not a sexy subject.
Mm-mm.
It's not sugar cookies and plum pudding. People are dying. by their own hands. Heroes that have went and seen and done things that you have never thought of doing. I'm sorry if I'm getting livid tonight.
Yeah,
One of my discussions throughout the week, somebody asked, what's your profit and loss line? I said, you want to know what our P&L is? Yeah. We don't have a P&L. We have an L. We're a non-profit. Profit has no meaning to us. We operate at a loss. That's the nature of the beast. We're not a business. My business is saving lives.
A whole different kind of loss.
yeah. Folks, this is not a numbers game as far as monetary. This is lives that we're dealing with. Like Brian says, we don't have a profit and loss. When we lose, it's not money, it's lives.
As the slide said, I know I don't have all the answers, and I know my team doesn't. But I know for a fact our facilities will save lives.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that? Because it's totally different than what everybody else is doing. As far as I know, we are the only organization that will bring a veteran with their family into a transitional housing situation for up to a year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty well out there in the veteran community and veteran programs. If I'm wrong, let me know. Tell me who else is doing it, because I want to go visit and see what they're doing. Ooh, you're the civilian. Chime in here.
Well, one thing that's going through my mind that I feel like this is a good time to bring up. So in suicide prevention, there's different types of trainings out there, and I know one that I actually took part in before I ever met Project Die Hard is the QPR training. So many people maybe have heard of this, and if you want to, I am not a person who can train anybody on this, but I can share what is it? QPR: question, persuade, refer. Question. So if somebody calls you or talk to them. I know the person that called you, Brian, didn't give you a chance to have a conversation. That was not the purpose of them calling.
No.
But if you have somebody who reaches out, talk to them. Ask them questions. Engage them in conversation. Talk. Get them talking. They didn't call you to hear you. They need to talk. So question, and then persuading them to not hurt themselves, to get help, to do whatever the thing is that they need, and refer them somewhere. That's where Project Dire, you're like you're saying, we can refer them to different partners. You guys have so many resources. Project Die Hard has so many resources. If we can help them directly, great, but we can't do this alone. We need to be able to help them get the help they need. And it may be different for every person that walks in the door there, right? You don't know where they're at. What do they need? So that's where the whole idea of question, persuade. So I know, Brian, you had asked earlier today, it's like, okay, you get that call. What are you going to do? It's dark 30. Your phone rings.
Not do. What are you going to say?
Yeah. It's like, ask questions. Just get them talking. What's happening?
When you see a veteran out and you say, hey, man, how's your day going? Be prepared to stand there for hours, because you might be that voice they needed to hear at that moment in time.
Because I can guarantee 80% of us are going to say we're doing great. Ask the question, are you really okay? Because if you actually ask the question, be prepared. Because if you're willing to stand there and listen, they will tell you how they're doing.
And then know what to do.
Yeah.
I was going to say, don't let that scare you off from asking the question. Like, oh, when you ask the question, I might be stuck here for what? No.
Okay.
Look, have a thought.
This was well before Sue and Chaplain Dave joined this mission. When we first started, part of our mission statement is to bring public awareness to veteran suicide. We held classes for the public on veteran suicide prevention. Everybody goes, isn't that the same as all? No. The training we gave was geared to civilians dealing with veterans, because we manifest differently. We have different signs and tells and things. So, will I have that on our facilities? You bet your sweet Bippy. But again, we have to hire the instructors to come.
That's where it comes back full circle. We need patrons. We need volunteers. We need help. No one person, no one organization, no one thing can do everything. But we can do what we do, and we can do it well. But we need the support to make that happen.
Again, look, Project Die Hard. Our part of this whole puzzle is that stopgap measure right there, to give them a safe, secure place to come. Whether they need it for a day, a weekend, a month, up to a year. Whether they come once in their lifetime and go, I'm good, I got what I needed. Or they come back every week to hang out and have a cup of coffee with fellow veterans. Come on.
Come on.
Hey, we're having this class on blacksmithing. Want to join us?
Come on.
All in a judgment-free zone. I personally I've been involved. How do I say this? A few years back, a couple veterans went off the deep end, right? Shot up a couple things, right? I had people look at me differently, like, are you going to do that? Look, we're no different than any other human being out there. We just seen the world in a different light. Yeah, be thankful I'm not the old person I was. Because the Army taught me things. Are we more dangerous than most people? Mm. We know things. We fought wars.
Those experiences make you who you are. If it wasn't for going through the things you've been through, you wouldn't be here in this place to do the things you're doing. So everybody's walk is different.
Everybody's walk is different. Agreed. Chaplain Dave's military career was nothing like my military career. Christie's military career was nothing like my military career.
I don't know that anybody's military career can mirror anybody else's.
Nobody's life can mirror anybody else's.
We've all, I mean, we may all have served same time, same deployment, same, chewed the same dirt. That doesn't mean our careers were anything like each other's.
Could you imagine if us veterans classified every civilian as the same?
Please don't.
Mm-mm.
Goes the other way. Just that's
no
perfect.
But it is.
Yeah.
You classify because we put on a uniform. Oh, they're all the same. No, we're not.
Never thought about it that way, but that's perfect. Yeah.
Sue, one thing you got to admit, I get people to think, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, people shoehole us into these categories.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my dog crying in the background here. I'm going to go get her something to make her happy, and I will be right back.
All right.
I mean, she can come on the show.
I would love to put her on here, but I don't know. She gets camera shy sometimes. She's wonderful. She's an amazing companion. Does so many good things, but right now she needs some love.
We did it.
Don't we all?
Yes. No, when we talked earlier, Brian, when you told me about the phone call, I was at first obviously at a loss for words because it hits too close to home for both of us. I know we both have been, obviously both being veterans and going through what we've gone through. it's something that none of us want to deal with. None of us want to think about, but
Oh, brother, just like I told you, I've had other people, well, aren't, why are you still functioning? If I would have gotten that phone call, I would have been, I'm like, training?
yeah,
I'm a medic.
yeah. And that's,
I've had to zip up body bags and then turn here and save a life. I couldn't stop and go, oh my God, he just died.
right. I mean, like we'd spoken earlier, it's, we learn to compartmentalize and continue on, which we've gotten good at. Probably a little too good at, but that's part of our training. That's what we do.
Is this
as
is
a
this
civilian? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go
I was just
ahead.
gonna say, even as a civilian, there's a whole bunch of people that can relate very well to that. Those that are, because I was an EMT for a bunch of years too, and yeah, going into it, I never thought that would be part of it, but it absolutely is. Being able to separate yourself from the situation and what's going on, you have to be able to have that separation so that you can do your job. You can function and keep your head on straight and perform what you need to, what you were there for. I do remember one specific day, one of the trainings I was in that said, just remember, it's their emergency, not yours. You're there to help. And that was one of those moments of, oh, yeah.
Clarity?
Huh? Because you guys know me. I get a little bit uptight about things sometimes, and I get and it's like, oh my gosh, there's an emergency. No, just relax, do what you're trained to do.
Yep.
Go.
Well, just like I taught my medics, because I was taught, the medic, you never freak out.
Nope.
You don't have that luxury.
No, you never freak out, because if you freak out, everybody you're there to help starts to freak out.
Yep.
Okay.
The emergency's over once you show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the relief valve for them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The emergency's over once you show up. And I love, I love the whole analogy that I learned this when I was working in the hospital, and this came from one of my senior nurses. She said, "I love how they always put, they show the stairwells and the basements on these TV shows as pathways for people to get around in the hospital. That's not what the hospitals have basements and stairwells for. It's for the staff to step off the unit, freak out, do what they got to do, compose themselves, and get back on the unit and get back on task. It's what they're there for. Has nothing to do with getting from floor to floor or getting, around in the hospital. It's so they can step off the unit, away from everybody, lose what they got to lose, freak out, yell, scream, cry, whatever, compose themselves, step back on the unit, and everything is cool as cucumbers.
Oh, wait a minute. Our facilities. A veteran can come, freak out, just scream, holler, and it doesn't go anywhere else.
Because it'd be normal on our facilities.
Yeah.
Why? Because everybody else there has done the same thing.
Yeah. And it won't affect their civilian jobs.
No.
Because we don't take government money, which means we don't have to report crap.
What happens on the facility stays on the facility.
To a point.
Right.
Yes, well, true. Yeah.
This is not Vegas, people.
No.
So good time to remind everybody, what are the rules?
God will never leave this mission. We will never use the suffering of veterans for profit, and there are no drugs and alcohol allowed in the mission.
Straightforward. Period.
Point blank.
Not optional.
Those have no, there's no wiggle room on those, folks. I hate to tell you that. If you don't like the way I run my organization, we don't need you. If you're not a team player, we don't need you.
Those are hard set and will not be negotiated.
If you're not a team player, we don't need you.
But we need team players.
Oh,
So
look, I need all the
board.
help I can get. I'm not lying. But if you're not a team player, if you can't stand your ground when you have an idea and defend it, then I'm all for, look, if you have an idea, you can ask my team. I bug them every day. What's your, dump these thoughts on me, man. Let's get this thing rolling. What are your ideas? We throw it in the big hamper, we throw it around, we beat it up, and then we go, yeah, it's not going to work.
Mm-mm.
Damn it.
So maybe this is a good time to bring up again what's happening on May 31st.
Oh, yeah. Operation Wisdom. Yeah. Why are you calling it Operation Wisdom? I think there's some scripture involved there, Chaplain.
You're gonna make me dig now, aren't you?
No.
No, it's in there. Give me a second.
Hold on.
It's a race. Who's going to find it first?
Matthew 18:20.
Thank you.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
For when 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them. Scripture tells me, as the founder, president, leader, to seek wisdom. I always seek wisdom, do I not, team?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If I'm not sure, I'm asking somebody.
You don't have to be the smartest individual in the room. You just got to know where to find it.
You're right. You surround yourself with smarter people.
Absolutely.
I have that in the team. My leadership team is set, folks. I want to say, if you want to take their place, you're going to have to fight them in Mortal Kombat. That might be fun.
For the winner.
Hence, you better win.
Just come on board.
They
Come on,
can
winner.
try.
I'm just saying. Oh.
I mean, no. I'm Operation Wisdom, folks. That's what it's there for. If you want, come, bring your ideas.
Mhm.
We'll throw them in the hamper and beat them up, throw them around the team. if they stand up, we'll put them in. I mean,
yeah, look, this is your chance. I know part of my team, especially one that's married to one in this room. Why aren't you making it in a virtual event?
skin in the game.
There you go, folks. You want skin in this game? Make the trip. That's all I say.
I'll be there.
I know my team is trying their best to be here on that day.
I mean, I'll be there. I know that some of our ministry partners are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Some of our resource partners are going to be there. So, come on.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, join the conversation. Find out more and contribute. If maybe you're not the best with your hands chopping down trees, but maybe you've got the idea of where somebody can do, I don't know what it is that it's going to be the piece that you bring, but you don't know either until you show up and have the conversation. So take a
Again,
chance, come on in and join the conversation. What do you have to lose by walking in the door and spending some time with this group?
big ideas, small tables. Let's get it out there.
big decisions are made in small rooms. It's the truth.
I'm excited to see what comes out of that weekend. Well, that day.
It will come out excellent because God is going to.
God's going to do with it what God's going to do with it.
Well, I'm look. Woodlawn Church said we want to host your mission. Cool. I've been asking the Lord, what do I do with all these keyboard warriors? What do I do with all these social media professors?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Brian, I don't envy your email box at all. I can only imagine a percentage of what you're getting.
Bring them in before.
Kurt, here's your warning. You're coming on in. How you doing tonight? Glad you're here.
There he is.
Here I am, doing good. So, yeah, we've had some people from the other event I was at watching the show. So,
yay!
So yeah, it's all going well.
Cool.
More than no.
Did you learn about what we were talking about today?
Well, got a little spicy in the beginning.
I heard some scripture. I saw a little bit on the Fill the Can program, and I saw that Sue was talking about QPR, and so I got a little spattery. What exactly are we talking about that we talked about?
The phone call at 0330 I got.
I didn't get a chance to tell him about it.
Oh.
He doesn't know.
Oh.
You said
0330 this morning, Kurt. This phone rang, the diehard phone.
Yeah.
Said wireless caller.
Yeah.
If I'm awake, I answer that phone, right?
Yeah.
It's Project Diehard. How can I help you? Male voice. I'm a veteran. I'm done. I'm over it. I cannot go anymore. Then I heard a gunshot. That's all I know.
Oh, boy. And there's a statement in that because, if that veteran called you and went through all that on the phone, that is quite a statement. I mean, that veteran wanted to leave something known.
Yeah, well, coming up wireless caller, I have no idea. I know it was a male. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me add 10 days, back up 10 days ago. One of my coworkers is a staff NCO. They had one of their troops committed suicide, and their younger sibling found them on a Sunday morning, well, Sunday afternoon actually. Parents were out, and he came home from drill, and his younger sister found him. So that's just two in a matter of less than 2 weeks that we know of that are that connected to us. And Brian threw out the statistic, the number as of, what'd you say, today was 45.
No, last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday was 45. So that's
45 affected families every day. Sobering thought, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as much as that is what Project Die Hard is here for, and it's part of our topic always, it's still a thing where when it hits close to home, it just feels different. And it to me, it's that whole piece of, how do you make this real for people? Well, does this not make it real? Until you know somebody, sometimes it's hard.
Time out.
Yes.
You know somebody. You know somebody who has lost a loved one to that demon of suicide, whether it's a veteran or not a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about the veteran suicide rate. Why? Because those are my brothers and sisters. That's family to me.
mm-hmm.
But the suicide rate all across is bad.
Agreed.
Okay?
Yep.
So somebody knows somebody who was affected by this demon called suicide.
Yep, I sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't quote me on this, but I know it's a fact. A family member affected by suicide has a higher chance of dying by suicide.
You are correct. I can't give you the exact statistics, but that is a fact.
So, Hope Stock 2026, planning in full force now. So we don't got to worry about 2025. Fill the can. Operation Wisdom. June 7th. Fabrush Open House. Telethon. November. Oh, yeah, we still need veteran artists to hang their art and veteran filmmakers to enter their films.
There's a lot of good things going on. Plug in. Where do you fit in this? Plug in.
Yeah, folks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. I thought we had somebody comment.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
folks, look. We're interactive here.
Mm-hmm.
You have a question, ask.
Yeah, 'cause
You have a
everyone's typing-
subject you want us to talk about on veteran issues. Let us know. We'll talk about it.
Because when you type in the comment section, whatever platform you're watching this on, we do see it. And if you have ideas, you can send something to us at by email, monday@projectdiehard.org. That is the email inbox for the Mission Monday update. So monday@projectdiehard.org, or you can reach me directly, Susan@projectdiehard.org. So feel free to reach out. And we actually are running up to the end of our hour here. You guys are amazing. It's been a day. It's been a different kind of update this time. Same but different, right? So saying our closing, as we always do here, sharing a message of hope to our veterans. I am going to go ahead and start with Chaplain Dave on that tonight.
Well, today being what today was, a sobering day, if nothing else, just on the news of everything. Personally, just don't give up. We're here. I know any one of us, reach out. Granted, we all say we're always here. We all are here. Brian will not forward the phone calls to us as much as we. Brian, I love you, but at some time, my phone is always on. You know it.
I got it, but
I know. We've had the discussion. I get it. I'm always available. Dave@projectdiehard.org. Reach out. You can reach out via text, via email. I'm just going to go to scripture. Psalms 34, 18 and 19. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted. He saves those crushed in spirit. One who is righteous has many adversaries, but the Lord rescues him from all of them. Guys, we're here. Don't give up.
Excellent.
next.
Thank you. Actually, I'll pass it to Kurt next.
My phone line is always available, 262-372-1754. Call and text me, email me, Kurt, K-U-R-T, @projectdiehard.org. I'm asking for you to, come into this and be a part of this solution. The last hour, as with every Monday and throughout the week as we do our work here at Project Die Hard, we're addressing an issue that has never been solved. So if you're out there in the dark places, I invite you to come out of that darkness, and not only come out of the darkness for yourself, but to come out of the darkness for others, and to be a light, to shift your role from darkness to light, and to light the way to others. Be a torchbearer for other brothers and sisters, the veterans out there, and come into this with an idea that you can be a part of, that you are a part of something big. I would ask that you join me in identifying yourself as being that, shining light that others need, and not just, for sure for your brothers and sisters as veterans, but also for others. There are a lot of things talked about all across the land and all across the world about a lot of issues that need solved. And we all, 8 billion of us on this planet, are needed, especially you. And together, we can come into this and, we can find that way that we can turn a corner to get up over top of this thing, not just for yourself, but for many others that are part of the statistic that Brian's talking about, for all suicides and all things out there. And I invite you to come into this and breathe life into this for everyone, and to create a legacy for all of us on this planet. So when our lifetime is here and gone, hopefully many, many years to come, that we can have a legacy where we're passing on a better tomorrow, a better generation, make it better for the next generation, and to do it together. We've got a telethon coming up on June 7th. We've got a lot that we are planning on packing into that show, an 8-hour show. So come on in and take the next 60 days in this journey, because we're really ready to make that an uplift to a Thrive in 25 that a lot of people are talking about all around the world.
Excellent. Thanks, Kurt. And Brian, over to you.
All right, guys. I'm not that long-winded, you know that. If you quit, you're a failure. Pretty simple. The Army taught me never to quit. Never. Old instructor told me once that if you can feel pain, you're alive. And if you're alive, you can fight. Don't give up. Join the team. That's about all I can say.
All right. This is Project Die Hard Mission Monday update, and my brief words of join us. If you don't know what to do next, join us. This is something that you can grab onto and help move forward. If you're in a place that you're not seeing what tomorrow brings, we've got a lot of tomorrows that we're talking about here that need your help. This can be your place where you can step in. We care. More people care than you realize. So please hang on for tomorrow. See what comes next. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. As always, we are here on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Central. And until next time, we thank you.